Now I am so excited today. This is a fabulous project we're about to do. Now my name is Lynn, but I'm better known as Nana Lynn by all the children on my classes. I'm a professional artist and a qualified teacher, and I've been teaching for many years. I'd like to make my content in my drawing classes as accessible as possible for all learners. And I would appreciate any feedback on how I can do that in the future. And if you would like auto-generated subtitles on this video, please go to the 3 dots in the corner and select captions. Okay. Anyway, let's get started on this fun drawing, shall we? See you in the studio. Bye for now.
Hello children, Nana Lynn about to give you another fabulous little drawing class. Now today you're going to need white paper, pencil and rubber, and if you've got some nice paints ready to paint later on, great, because we're going to paint this one today. Now let's get going. It's going to be a little lion and she is at the hairdresser's and the hairdresser is a gecko, so let's get drawing. So start about here on your paper, about 3/4 up on your paper, and draw this little curve with your pencil, just like that. Not too difficult so far, is it? Now let's do a little ear on one side, just a half circle, and another half circle on the other side. There we go. Now we want to start drawing the face, but we're going to start right up in the ear, just about here, look. Come round in a nice big curve and stop just about there. Let's do the other side up into that ear area and stop now. Let's go back into the ear and do the inside of the ear just like that, little curve, and on the other side another little curve. How are you doing so far? I bet you're doing great. Now we're going to do a W. Here we go, right here on the face is going to be a W. Yeah, that's not too difficult to draw, is it? There we go. A lovely little W. And underneath that, a little curve. How are you doing so far? I know you're doing great. Now let's take that W a little bit further up here. We want it to be a little bit further up, and we're going to do a little curve for the lion's nose. There we go. Make that curve a little bit thicker. There. How are you doing? Okay, now we need to do the eye. I'm going to do a dot just here above the curve of the nose and write another dot up by the ear, and we do the other side, so we try and get it even. We want to try and get those eyes even. It's quite difficult to get the eyes even, so we're now going to join those dots up, a little curve and another curve below, and join those dots up. And let's do the other side, join those dots up, and then another one below. There, how have you done with those eyes? They're tricky, so doing those dots first of all can help to get them in the right place. So let's do those little corners of the eyes. There we go. And now we're going to do the inside, a circle inside the eye and another. There, and a tiny one. There, 3 little circles, and on the other side, circle. Another smaller one inside, and another smaller one than that inside. There, how those eyes look so cute. I'm going to give her some eyelashes because this little lion's a girl lion, and girl lions like to have long eyelashes. There, she's having mascara on her eyelashes to make them long. Isn't she cute? Give her some eyebrows. There we go. There. She's looking very nice. Now it's time to start to draw her body. So start here, about here on the face, and we're going to do the curve over her back. Curve down and curve up. There. Now we're going to start to do her legs. Let's start here on part of her face and draw a line. Down, 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 and stop. Now let's come back up into her face. Here we go, just by the chin, and draw a curve down to that line we've already done. There. Looks funny so far, doesn't it? But don't worry, it will all come together. Now another line down, 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 and stop. There. How are you doing? Are you keeping up? Don't forget you can always pause the video and catch up. Another line down here. Now a little circle, half circle. I'm going to draw her toes. There we go. 1, 2, 3 toes. There. Let's do them on the other side now. Get part of her leg in. Start about there. Now her other part of her leg's in. Now we're going to do her toes again. 1, 2, 3. She's got 3 toes on each foot. There we go. How are we doing? I think that back is not quite right. I'm going to redraw that back. But first of all, let's just do that little bit of a tummy. This is why it's always good to have a rubber, then you can rub out any mistakes as you go along. Never press too hard with your pencil either, because you can rub it out easier if it's not drawn in too hard with the pencil. Now I'm going to draw that back a bit better. There. Not quite so long and not quite such a curve. That's better, isn't it? If you need to do that too, you can do it too. Now let's start on her back leg. Little curve. Little line out there. There. Now let's do the back part of her leg. Little line down, little line out, and a curve down, line down. There. It's a bit tricky doing that back leg. They are a bit different to the front legs. Now let's do some toes. 1, 2, 3. There. And we do the other leg just behind that one. So you can only see a little bit of it there because it's hidden by the one in front. Now let's draw her tail. Nice big curve. There we go. And bring that little bottom here and another little line to draw the other part of her tail and a big little bit up the end, little hairy bit at the end. Lions have hair on the end of their tails, I think. Well, even if they don't, I'm going to draw it with lots of hair. I'm going to draw her like she's at the hairdresser having her hair done. I'm going to give her long, long, long hair, just like this. There we go. Look, I'm drawing her hair all over the place. Some in front of her face here, lots and lots out at the side. Long, long, long hair. I wonder if she's had extensions done. Now, I think she's going to look great if she has her hair done in all sorts of wonderful colours at the hairdressers. You know, she could have pink hair, yellow hair, green hair, all sorts of multiple colours. Wouldn't it be fun to have the colour hair like that? Shall we paint those colours in like that? I think it's a really good idea. And I think our little lion cub will love to have multiple colours in her hair. I'm going to draw the hair all the way down here and all the way down here. There. She's got more and more hair. Let's give her a few whiskers here, Mime. We've forgotten to put her whiskers in. Lions have whiskers, don't they? Just like our pussycats do. Now, let's put some more hair all the way down here. But we'll get the hair a little bit shorter on her body, not quite so long. We don't want her tripping over as she's walking along, tripping over long hair. So we just keep the hair on her body and her legs short. Yeah, that's a good idea. But we give her lots of hair because she wants to be really pretty with her long, long hair. Here we go. Let's do some more on her back as well. There. And what about all the way down on her tail? Yeah, let's give her some long hair on her tail because she wants to have a pretty tail. There. What do you think of our long hair little lion cub? We better draw a mirror in the hairdresser so she can look at herself in the mirror when it's all finished. There we go. Nice big oblong mirror. So when she's finished, she can have a look at it. Now, I think we better draw that gecko's hand because the hairdresser is a gecko. You know what geckos are? They're a little bit like lizards, but they have these little pads on their fingers, little round pads. That helps them cling to the wall, I think. So there's one finger. And we draw the thumb as well. There we go, little pad on the end, little round pad on the end of the finger. That's what geckos have. And there we go. Can't see the whole gecko, all you can see is the gecko's hand. And we'll put a comb in the gecko's hand, because now that the little lion's got all the hair drawn in, better have a comb to give it a comb out. Make it look tidy. There we go. There's a comb. Little line there, little line there. And we'll draw the teeth of the comb in a minute. Here we go. Round and around and around, up and down, up and down, up and down, up and down. And there we go, just behind the hair of the lion cub too. And that's the comb. And that's the drawing done. Now all we need to do is paint it, and then we'll outline all the pencil work with a black felt tip pen to make her look really dynamic. Now don't forget, children, you can pause the video anytime and catch up with me. No need for you to hurry, just do it at your own pace. Now, I'm painting my little lion cub, but you don't have to if you don't want to. You can use pencil crayons or felt tip pens. But if you've got some paints, these are the colours that I'm going to use. I'm using all these pretty colours. Look at that. White and black as well as all these pretty colours. And you can use any colours you want if you've got some paints. You just need a small round paintbrush with a nice tip. These are the paints I'm using. They've got glitter in them, so they're really shiny. And when the painting's dry, you'll be able to see all the glitter shining. Isn't that nice? I like glitter paints. I'm going to start to paint this mirror with this lovely turquoise blue. And I'm using my nice little round brush, and it's got a nice point to it, so you can paint the detail of the lion really well with this type of brush. Now I'm going to start painting it really super fast on the video, but you can pause the video as I said, and you can see what I'm doing. Here we go, super fast, super fast. Look at this, it's such fun to do it fast like this. There, oh, the mirror's painted already. And now I'm mixing a little tiny bit of black with the green, and I've put it on the lower part of the hand, can you see? And that makes a shadow on the hand. And now I'm mixing a tiny bit of black with the orange, and I'm putting the shadow on the lion as well. Can you see how I'm doing that? Now, you don't have to do that, but it is a good idea to put shadow on your creatures and on your things, on your painting, because it makes it look like it's three-dimensional. So what does three-dimensional mean? It means it makes something look more solid, more real. Something like is in the real world. We all have light and shadow on us caused by the sunshine and things like that. So it's nice to draw it with shadow on and light and shadow on. One side is where the light hits and the other side is where there's less light, and it forms like a shadow. And if you paint that onto your creatures, it looks like it's three-dimensional, like the real world does. Now my little lion is finished, and as you can see, I've even gone over all the pencil work with the black felt tip pen, so she looks really dynamic. Doesn't she look great? Are you going to do that with your drawing and painting as well? Go on top with felt tip pen when the paint is dry. It really does make them look so much better, the paintings, I think. It makes it look dynamic. I like that word, dynamic. It's such a funny word. Anyway, do you like the little lion cub? I think her hair looks fabulous. All these wonderful colours. Yellow, blue, pink, green. Doesn't she look wonderful? Now, children, if you've done your little lion cub like this, you can show me it if you want to. If you ask your adult to post it on my fan page on Facebook. It's called Art with Nana Lynn, and I can have a look at your painting and any of your paintings you do if you like. I would love to see them. Anyway, I have to go now.
So I hope you enjoyed your class with me today, and you are looking forward to the next class, because I know I am. Now I'd like to ask you a big favour. Would you ask your adult to like my channel and share my channel so other children can enjoy it too? And would you ask them to subscribe? I would be very grateful for the support. Anyway, thank you again for joining my class, and I hope to see you soon. So bye bye for now. Bye bye from Nana Lynn. Bye bye.